Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Ocean. This is Ocean's View in the building with Willie Negro.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Yo, I actually jacked this idea from, shout out to Tony Baker. And I forgot the other cat that he got the podcast with. They did something else, but they did movies that made you cry. Or whatever. And we could touch on that too, or whatever, because it was a few. They were saying all kinds of movies, and they gave their reasons. I thought it was a pretty, dope episode, part and everything where he did it. But I was like, movies that you likened your life to, and for me, top of the list, and this is crazy because this is not even. Well, it's definitely in my top 5. But Rocky IV.
Why Rocky IV?
Rocky IV changed my life. But tell you why. Because first off, it's deep levels. You pull the layers back. It ain't just Rocky whooping ass like he normally does. Rock was retired.
Yeah.
Apollo been retired. But the Russia comes along with this new super athlete. That was Dolph Lundgren's character, Drago. See, that's for you youngins that only just see Creed. See, we got age, so we seen with Creed all that really started. So Apollo then went to fight, Drago in an exhibition fight. Yeah. You all know he got killed. In the ring, he told Rock, don't stop the fight, which was crazy. But Rock was like, yo, you getting killed in there. I'm about to stop it. Nah, don't stop it. All right. The infamous throwing the damn towel from his trainer. He don't throw the towel in. Drago kills him. So now Rocky's got to fight Drago. You at least put this. People thinking, even if you don't kill him, you got to whip his butt. So he, Adrian, his wife.
Yeah.
Rocky is up. He got all kind of mansions, Lamborghinis, no Benzes, Lamborghinis, all kind of exotic whips and everything else. So she's like, yo, he had already decided to fight him without talking to his wife. And they decided to fight in Soviet Union. So the media is all there and everything. So Rock comes home. First of all, let me pause right there. See, this was a time when the soundtrack to the movie was made for the movie. Yeah. They weren't just playing songs arbitrarily. This is why, by memory, when we hear certain songs, we go right to that movie. Nowadays, they just go pick out whatever the hot song that's trending and yeah, we're going to put this in the movie. And that's why it doesn't have staying power, but that's another story. So, Rock rolls up, Adrian at the top of the steps. Now, Rock just wants to go into the room and get some sleep. Right. He's had a long day. But we know women. When they want to talk, they want to talk. So she was like, oh, trying to be funny. I guess you decided to fight Drago. Really, the translation, after I done told you, don't fight this guy.
Right.
So Rock is trying to be cool with it. Like, Oh, so you doing it in the Soviet Union. See, like, she's asking them wild rhetorical questions. So you going to fight in the Soviet Union? Yeah, I just need to go somewhere where all I got to do is think about him. Yeah. So, but he's just trying to go to sleep. Remember, he's just trying to go to sleep. She's still talking. So, she was like, well, this ain't working. Well, even if you win, what have you won? Apollo's dead. You can't bring him back. You just got to let it roll. He was like, nah, you married a fighter. That's what I do. So now she's going back and forth. And then she gets to the part where she's like, see, this is called the crescendo. Shout out to my man Kurt, because he waits for me to drop these bombs. This is the crescendo of the scene. He says, actually, that would be the climax, excuse me. The crescendo is the build-up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She says, you seen how big he is, you seen how strong he is, you can't win. We pause right there.
Yeah.
See, once again, back to that beautiful soundtrack. You start hearing a little piano in the background. See, they don't do that no more because now Rock's about to get sentimental back. And this was the part of the scene that had me like, let's go. After she said, you can't win, he says, Adrian, she always tells the truth. He says, you're right. Maybe I can't win. All I can do is punch, 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 until I can't punch no more. But for him to win, he's going to have to kill me. I remember watching that in the theaters when he said for him to win, he is going to have to kill me. The whole theater was like, let's go Rock. Like everybody is hyped now. This is when movies were inspirational. Whole theater was like, let's go Rock.
Oh,
and then he was like, and for him,
Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy. We said, all right, Rocco.
So then he says, and for him to kill me, he's going to have to stand in front of me and be willing to die himself. And he was like, that's all I got. And then the infamous, the song, the There's No Easy Way Out. Because see, the 80s were good for montages in movies. He hits the door. At this point, he don't want to go to sleep. See, remember, he just wanted to go upstairs and lay down. And the woman would not let him lay down.
Yeah.
So now that you don't want him to lay down, you're not allowing this man to take everything in. I got to go for a drive in the Lambo. Boom, he hits the door. They're not good. There's no easy way out. That come in, they showing the montages of him going through his mind with Apollo. That part of the movie, that was the first part. Now let me get to the part where I said, that part changed my life because that was just one of those, like, yo, he meant that shit. Like, yo, you gonna have to kill me. And so I'm like, okay. So he's fighting the Russian. Just fast forward through all that. Russian is tearing Rocky up in the first round. Like, he's not playing with him the way he played with Apollo. Tearing him up. He came in there too. And it was crazy because he was getting beat so bad. That you gotta look at, when you get a chance, listen to the announcers. They was like, we're going to have to stop this before somebody gets killed. And they clearly were talking about Rock. Like, normally it's like, yo, we got to stop this somebody getting beat up. He said, we got to stop this before somebody gets killed. So that's when he's going. They get to the second round. They like, the Russians' corner is like, look here. Just finish him off. We don't got time to be playing with Rocky. He's going. He's getting careless. He throws. Then Rocky just comes with that good southpaw. Boom! Cracks him. Splits his whole joint up. And you hear the trainer like, he's cut. So after that, Rocky starts chopping him down, starts setting him, but it's the end of the round. And then the trainer says the most iconic bars. He was like, he's cut. You see, he's not a machine. He's a man. Then that's when it goes into everything at that point. That's what, right now I want to fight somebody.
Hey,
just because of that scene.
Oh, boy, yo.
Just because of that scene, I want to fight somebody right now. And that carried me through my childhood. That was my whole fighting stance. Yo, for you to win, you're going to have to kill me. And as you can see, I'm still here. So I was on my Rocky stuff back then. But what was a movie for you that kind of like, you could be like, yo, this was kind of how I was, and you know.
A movie? I don't know, man. Anything.
TV show, whatever.
Anything the likes of, the Mac, Boomerang.
Listen, I want to hear how this one plays out. No. God, I want to hear how this plays out.
Nah, really though, like any coming of age stuff, or even like I related to like the Jeffersons. I always wanted to be the guy that was from here and then moved here. That was always aspirational to me. He was funny, but I wanted that life. I could relate to that so much. You know what I mean? Because from a young age, my mom moved us to the burbs, and I just always wanted to move up. It wasn't really no movies like that. I don't relate to this fake shit, this fictional You know what I mean? But you said something about the Rocky stuff that resonated with me though. Do you believe that, like when he was like, yo, you married a fighter, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Do you just like believe in that? Like you just gotta accept what comes along with that. If somebody is who they are, and when you with them, you just gotta accept who you got. Like in you know what I mean? Do you just believe that? Because that always was like, nigga, you don't have to be. Like you grown, like you old, you got the money. You don't have to be a fighter. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't think Rock was as old as he was. Now, the thing is, they jumped his age crazily in part 5. That's what gives, and the way they started part 5 with him, you know, shaking and stuff, he was already
What
older.
I mean by old is like for an athlete though. Like, you know, you in your mid-30s, you old, you an old athlete. You know what I mean?
So that was his last hurrah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For the boxing thing or whatever. But to stay away from just that, I do believe you're a woman. Mm-hmm. She has to ride it out. And it's deeper than the money. It's deeper than the money. Like, okay, we're not professional athletes. We're never professional athletes. When I stopped playing ball, I'm gonna be honest, I still play ball now. You still play ball now. I've been mentally retired for maybe 6-7 years. And this is what I mean by that. There used to be a time where if I lost a game, I need to know when the next game is. Yeah. If I'm in the park, I lose too many games by 1 point, or just lost too many games that day in the park. I need to get out in the park the next day and showcase my dominance and win and this, that, and the third. I say over 6 years ago, this is when I knew it was mentally over. This particular day I played, no lie, I probably lost every single game by 1 point. Now, this is the thing about it. Losing a game in the park by 3 or 4 points, you just lost. They just kind of got out on y'all and you never could catch up. And they shot well. But to me, I take losing by 1. There was something that transpired that could have shifted it for us to win. Yeah. And I didn't do it. Or the team, we didn't capitalize off that thing. So losing by 1 point. I'd rather lose. If I'm going to lose, I'll lose by 3 or 4 points every game. We just ain't got no crew. And it's too many people over here. I got to help them out. He's scoring. This is going to be a tough game. We got to shoot 90% for us to win. But the 1 point games, don't stick with you. But getting back to what I said about leaving it. I lost about 6 games that day. Got home. She was like, my girlfriend at the time, she was like, how was the park? I was cool. Now, when you lose, the food don't taste the same. You start thinking about other stuff. You get home. I'm not even saying, even if you smash him, after you smash, you kind of like, damn, I missed that wide open layup. I did this. We could have done. That's just how it would be. Yeah. Went home that day. She asked me, how was the park? I said, it was okay. Did you win? Nope. Lost every game. The food was great that day.
Hey, yo.
The sex was even better. And it wasn't on my mind. I had no feelings to like redeem myself. I had no problem going back out there the next day, but I didn't feel the need to wanting to redeem it. Like, that was the first time where that was the day. It's over. This is a new day.
Right.
And so that's when I knew it was over.
Yeah, but what if, so like take it in this case, what if you were home and you was like, yo, lost every game? She was like, kind of like what Adrian was saying, you kind of trash, you need to stop playing. She was pretty much telling him, you trash, you need to stop playing. He was pretty much saying, yeah, but this is what I do. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is just what I do. Like, even now, you still hoop. It ain't, you know, mentally, like, you ain't got nothing to prove no more. You know what I mean? But you still hoop. So do you subscribe to, and not just a man, a woman too. She could be, you know, we could take it to, what's my man? The hooper, Joe Smith. You know what I mean? When his chick was wilding for money and all that stuff when they fell on hard times, she was pretty much like, yo, when you met me, I was in the adult entertainment industry. Stuff got tight. This is what I do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so do you subscribe to that?
Well, that's more direct of like finances.
Not even finances though, because somebody could like whatever you do when you meet somebody, does that have to continue to be your thing? Do you always fall back on, well, this is who I am?
No, but I think that comes with it has to come with context of what it is. If you're a stripper, no dude wants you to go back to stripping. If he's taking you out the club, if you're a drug dealer, you might have the girlfriend or the wife that's like, hey, do what you got to do to make a buck. But you might also have the girlfriend or the wife that's like, don't go back into that life or whatever. So it's contextual and it's based on a lot of times with your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like that. For yourself, for your own personal survival, you do what you got to do to get by. But I'm assuming you're talking about in a relationship. Yeah, it matters. It matters what your partner says. I'm not a big proponent of, well, this is how you met me, because I kind of think that's a cop-out to do some BS. You know what I'm saying? This is how you met me. So, for example, now, you know what? We warmed up now. Yo, if you was all super flirtatious when I met you, cool, but it ain't cool no more. We together. You got somebody. Cut the flirting out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just on a small side
but
of things.
I disagree. I think that people are who they are. And I think that when you meet the person that's flirtatious and you decide to be with the person that's flirtatious, then you're going to have to accept who somebody is. Just like today, you still hoop because you hoop. That's who you are. It don't matter if you as good as you was, it don't matter enough. The drug dealer, he might not sell drugs or he might sell drugs, but he is a hustler. It's in him. That's what he do. You see what I'm saying? If I get to it by stripping, hey man, it's so many ways to get a bag taking your clothes off these days. They get to it. If things get tight, then I'm going to revert back to who I am.
By yourself.
Even when I'm with you. I just think that people are who they are. And that's why you have to have discernment on who you choose to be with. Because I think for the most part, people evolve, but they don't change who they are. They're like at the core.
Okay, let's say you talking about at the core.
I'm talking about at the core. So my thing is this: you have to have discernment on who you with. If you with the flirtatious person, then you're gonna have to accept that this person is flirtatious. I know mad dudes that's flirtatious, mad women that's flirtatious, and I know when it's harmless and when it's not.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? So if you can't take this person flirting with somebody else, then that's probably shouldn't be the person for you, because that's how they are and who they are.
Okay, bet. I get that, how the person is. So with that being said, because maybe I'm contradicting myself, because I don't believe people can change. And this is what I mean by that. Yes, you can change. So let me correct that. What I'm saying is it takes life-changing, altering experiences for people to change. I wouldn't even say jail is at the top of the list, because if that was the case, then it wouldn't be a revolving door of the same inmates if that was the case. Because I don't believe jail, and hope I never find out fully that it's a rehabilitation place. Now, individually, you can rehabilitate. Like, you know what? Because if you made a mistake and just got caught over something, things happen. Or whatever. It could happen to anybody. Because that was just bouncing back and forth with the movies and Con Air. That was the whole reason. He was clearly in the Marines or whatever, the armed forces. Dudes was trying to ruffle his wife. He wound up killing somebody. Yeah. It can happen. That can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's just so happened they ain't know who they was messing with or whatever. But he wasn't no criminal. Right. He was in there, but it's a difference. Them other dudes that was in there, they was hardened criminals. They ain't changing nothing. Right. And jail ain't doing nothing. So at your core, I agree with you. You are who you are. and you ain't really changing it up. It takes, like this, you hear like street dudes be like, nah, once I have my kids, that was it. I chalked it. I told you, for me, I didn't believe in my mortality until I had my son 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't want people looking at this thinking, oh, this cat thought he was going to live forever. No. What I'm saying was, yeah, I knew at some point it was going to be curtains.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's going to be a long, long time. Being presumptuous as most people are with their life or whatever. But once my son was born, that was the first time that I realized there's somebody on this planet that has to outlive me now.
Yeah.
That was just, and it was like instantaneous. I was like, Dad, I gotta die before him now. You know what I'm saying? He can live in this world without me. I can't. I can no longer live in this world without him.
And I have to be around,
and I gotta be
long
around
enough for him to be able to survive without me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That too. So yeah, like, you know, so that's the tough part about being a parent or whatever. So people changing, but
I think your outlook on things change. You know what I mean? I don't think that you change who you are. For example, your example of playing ball, you always gonna play ball, but your outlook on is different now. You go because that's just what you do. You like to do it. You get enjoyment from it, but you ain't trying to be the best player in the gym no more. You ain't, you still talking trash. You still talking trash.
Yo, I'm not really talking trash because people don't really be saying too much to me. Not no more. Yeah. Like, yo, at the age we're at now, and you still knocking down that sweet jump and doing everything else, what I'm saying is, when I'm talking about somebody now in our bracket, I'm talking about prime them.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about now. Don't tell me, oh, yeah, I was killing Will. I would hope so. You what? 15, 17, 20, you know what I'm saying? I would hope you are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Well, what do he do? We eat about 4 threes. Sound like he was busting your butt to me. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what changes people. What changes people is life, man. Life get on them, and you change your outlook of things. And the only thing that can change the way you look at things is life experiences. You know what I mean? I think people can talk to you and they can plant seeds. So when you have a little bit more life on you, you can change. But who you are at your core, your personality, and who you are, I'm with you. I don't think that really changes.
I don't think it changes. Who do you think, when this is problematic from what I've heard, because we're not women. When women have girlfriends, I'm talking about friends. They got girlfriends. One of the girlfriends gets her man. She's not hanging out with them the way she was. She's not doing this, that, and the third. I've been hearing and I've been seeing through my life, women be having a problem with that.
Yes.
Like, because they feel like, oh, when she's with her man, every time she got a man, she cuts us off. And when she's not in a relationship, she wants to be all around us. I had to tell my homegirls and them, they was like, don't guys be like that? I said, yeah, but we don't take it personal. And like, we really don't. Dude, we laugh about it, not laughing at their relationship, our homeboy's relationship. We like, oh nah, such and such got a girlfriend now. He chilling, he ain't doing this no more.
Right.
And we're fine with that. Because guys, we don't particularly need to see them. It's a text, a call. You might even be on social media. But we cool with that. Because our whole thing is, hey, are you still alive? Everything's still cool?
Right.
Then whatever you doing, you doing. But when those guys enter back the fray with us, we kind of welcome them with open arms. Women don't.
Because women don't be having nothing to do. Man, guys be busy. So we empathize when you got stuff to do. Like, oh, he got stuff to do. Like, and even if you don't got if you got goals, we all got friends that's professional athletes. We all got friends that went to school forever, that's doctors and lawyers and stuff. When they doing stuff, when they into other stuff, we not like, yo, you ain't even got time for me. We understand because we do stuff. We got stuff to do. Women treat every friend like it's their best friend. And even in that, I think that women put unrealistic expectations on each other.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So they do. And the other thing that they don't talk about enough is that's hate. You hating. You can't just be like, yo, you all happy in a relationship and you ain't got no time for me. You're hating. That is what life is. People go out in the world, they find somebody to be with, they start to be with them, they start a family with them, they're going to be with that person 90% of the time. You were never going to be the person that they were going to be with all the time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think that, you know, it's so many fantasies that's sold to women it gets a little muddled, like the marriage fantasy, the Sex in the City fantasy. Like, it's so much, like, life is just so much not like that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's living their own life at different times in different places. You can't just be. I think that a lot of times that be unrealistic expectations and hate. You just be hating because if it was on the other foot and you had the man, you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You would feel the same way. Like, yo, I gotta be with my man. Like, this is where I want to be. It's not nothing against you. You know what I mean? It's just that, yo, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. I can't procreate with you. I don't want to marry you. I don't want to lay up with you. We kick it and we have a good time. Men can compartmentalize, man. Yeah. Like, yo, you cannot see the homies for 2 years and get with them and it'd be like yesterday y'all was just hanging out. It'd be the same thing. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you just want to know they alive, just want to kick it. And we got history so we can reminisce. We can talk about the old days. Listen, me and you got enough memories to just last us forever. We don't ever have to create another memory. We always going to be good. That's how much memories we have. And with all my other guys, it's the same way. I can get with them and we can talk about a bunch of stuff. We always going to laugh about it. We always going, you know, reminisce. And that's enough for us. You know what I mean? I just don't understand why it's not enough for women.
Yeah, you pretty much said that one. Other parts, since you flowing like that, women in this word insecure.
Oh God.
This woman had on, it was something I seen online. She has some crazy, because you know, I guess the new look now is chicks wearing see-through stuff. Like, yes, that's the new thing now. The
titties out.
Titties out, but everything is out. I'm cool with it. I'm just saying, like, I'm cool with watching it, but it's just like, yo, this is the thing. So the question started arising, well, would you let your woman dress like that, you know, if you're not there? Well, if you're there, that's one thing, but if you're not there, would you let her dress like that? So a lot of the dudes that was on this panel was like, nah, not if I'm not there, because I know how dudes are going to approach you. I know how things go. We're not saying they weren't saying dudes weren't going to approach you anyway, but we saying when you're dressing like that, the fangs is out a little differently, right? Things like that. And they was like, no, because I was with this guy and he was secure in himself, da-da-da-da-da. No. And I mean to tell women, he wasn't secure. He just didn't care. He didn't care because you were not the one. You were the one for that night. Or he was having fun.
And if he did care, he was a stone cold sucker.
I know, because I didn't want you to go right there, because I know that's your thing, and I'm with you on that. But to quote the great Nasir Jones, when he says, we can gun blast, party Great Gatsby thing, bring your first lady, or come with your new nasty thing.
Yeah.
You're the new nasty thing.
Yes.
You're not, no, because, and it was dope how he said it like that, because he was like, bring your first lady. First lady comes with the imagery is, this is not just glamour, you know, elegance,
yes,
woman-like, you know, things like that. He was like, yo, you come with her, or you come with the, shorty be wearing the skirts that she got to keep pulling down and see through, her breast sticking up. Oh, you like that? Tonight I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. Because a lot of women get caught up with, well, this is what guys like. I'm looking like, they're not wrong, but they're wrong on why we like it and the extent of how we like it.
Right.
That's what they're wrong about. But
so when you talk about being with your woman, you like your woman to look sexy. You want to look good as a couple. You know what I mean? You like it. If your woman looks sexy, it makes you look better. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So my question to women is always, I understand that you want to look sexy. And you should, it's nothing wrong with wanting to look sexy. It's nothing wrong with wanting to be desirable. But when you have your nipples out, or when you're too revealing, you're advertising something. You see what I'm saying? The attention that you are demanding is very sexual in nature, and you want that attention from people. You see? So my question would be, why do you want sexual attention from men if you have a man? You see what I'm saying? I understand that you want to look good and you want to feel good. You know what I mean? Everybody wants people to notice them and notice that, hey, that's an attractive person. But that's different from noticing an attractive person than giving off sexual energy. Like, hey, I am going to shoot my shot, because if she's revealing that much, I'm going to have to see just how far she's willing to go.
She's really
you see what I'm saying? Yep. So that's the energy that you give. Why would you want to do that when your man is not there? See, because when your man is there, what you're giving is, this is what he has.
Showcasing.
I'm showcasing what he has. I'm on his arm. You see what I'm saying? But when he's not there, is you can get this. You see what I'm saying? You come look at me. Not come look at us. Come look at me. So you have to expect a man to be like, no, you can't wear that when you're not with me. You see what I'm saying? Because what kind of energy are you trying to give off? You see what I'm saying? What kind of energy are you trying to attract?
The same energy that they giving off when they taking these pictures and you looking back at it and you keep swiping through and these are all your pictures. But then what you're saying through your pictures is one thing, but then you're writing in bios, oh, why guys gotta be thirsty? Why you gotta be looking at me? Why do you look at me as a sex object? And guys, we turn idiots real quick, like, wait a minute, because this doesn't look like what you're promoting. You see what I'm saying? Like that. Like if women wanted dudes, put this, let chicks start being like, man, I just love guys that just dress like nerds, which they did, had they run.
Yeah.
Dudes started doing that. Oh, I just love guys that do X, Y, Z. Just whatever the thing is, this is what dude's gonna be on. But when you leading with your body parts, don't tell me, oh, well, you should like me for I'm more than just how I look. Hard to tell.
But my thing is, like, why would you expect for us not to equate naked with sex? You get naked and you have sex. So the more revealing you are, the more naked you are, the more we're going to think about sex.
I thought you was going to say, because you know you a lyricist, I thought you was going to say, the more revealing you are, the more revealing you are.
It's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? Like that, because that's just what comes along with it. And like you said, don't act like you don't know what comes along with this look or whatever. Because I'm looking like dudes ain't walking around.
And the other thing is, yes, people are allowed to have insecurities. You know what I mean? They are allowed to have insecurities. Although I don't think it's too insecure to say, hey, I don't want you to wear that. You know what I mean? But in some cases, yeah, because we like to think that this is our special thing. I don't want everybody to see what I have. It's my thing. Because if they see what I have, then they're going to try to get what I have. And some people have resources, tactics that are very persuasive. You know what I mean? Yeah. And women tend to act as if they don't get tempted. Like they don't have temptation like men do. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like women can be very temptful, temptresses. You see what I'm saying? And so can men. You see what I'm saying? So they act like, they be out here acting like Drake don't really be fucking everybody woman. You know what I mean? Like, it's a thing.
Speaking of Drake, we a week away from the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes and them going for 3 straight. Eagles trying to stop it.
They will.
I'm pulling for that. And people be like, well, you only pulling for because I'm a Patriot fan.
Yeah.
Because of Tom. There's some truth there. But what I keep hanging my hat on is unlike, and I don't, we'll do a sports segment later, but for me, I said the one thing about that matchup, it's different from the Jordan-LeBron matchup. Jordan-LeBron matchup is only hypothetical. We've been arguing hypotheticals for the last 20-some-odd years that LeBron's in the league. We watched Tom Brady take you out twice in the biggest spots. Never mind how many times he beat you in the regular season, because he did that too. Yeah. We're not even going to count that. What we're going to remember is he got you out. I don't care about the call. Got you out in your home in the AFC Championship. And then went on to win the Super Bowl that year. Then he changes teams and he catches you in the Super Bowl after you just won. You won the previous year. So you was already the hot guy.
Yes.
You was going for a repeat then. And Tom said, and I'm going to find that part, it's on YouTube, he said, nobody will ever repeat as long as I'm in the league. And his career is over. Those words stood true. And he was the last one for his years to repeat at the time. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So Mahomes to get his rings, and Mahomes is great. And if you want to say he's the GOAT, he's doing the stuff, I ain't arguing with that because Mahomes is official. But he's going to forever have that you beat me both times in the spots. And I think Philly, their window. This is how Kansas City, to me, this is how Kansas City's window is moving. I feel this is how their window is opening and closing. I feel Philly's window, a little more speed, not because they can't continue to get better and because they got a great team right now.
Right.
But it's one of those, winning brings better players because now you go into free agency. And I noticed, like I said, I'm a Patriot guy. We picked up certain pieces because, you trying to win a ring, go over here. Because we can't because if they do it again, Tyreek Hill is liable to double back.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep in it because I just want Philly to win. So we'll revisit this after the Super Bowl.
So Philly, do not let us down. Whatever. I can live with.
But you were speaking of Drake.
Drake, yes, thank you. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Are we only watching to hear boom, boom, boom? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Because they are going to lose their mind when that joint drop. But are we only watching just for that song to be played, to see what he does on that? Or do we really want to see the whole performance? Of course we're going to see the whole performance.
Yeah.
But
he's got I think he got a lot of fans.
I'm sorry. I know I kept going.
Yeah.
My question is this. I don't think he can just perform that song in terms of, it can't just be the beat just comes on and he goes into it. Like, it's going to have to be a build-up to the song. Like, the performance is going to have to match the song.
Right. I think it will be. He's not going to end the performance with that song, though. You know what I mean? I think it'll come somewhere in the middle, and he's going to end with some SZA, All the Stars, or he's going to end with We Gonna Be All Right, or something like that. It's the Super Bowl, so he's going to end on some positive stuff. He's not going to end his performance on They Not Like Us.
I bet. Let's make a friendly bet.
Okay.
I got $10. He ends it with that.
I'll take it. I'll take this.
I got $10.
I don't. It's the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, it's the Super Bowl. He's not going to end his Super Bowl performance with Drake. He's not going to do it.
The reason why, and I get it, and that it's only $10. I get it. That's your reasoning. But that's for your same reasoning is the reason why I feel we pretty much did an anytime score bet. You know what I'm saying? Because it can happen. Because you're going to kill us if you start the joint off with that or whatever.
Well, he's just not going to end it with that. That won't be the last song you hear. That won't be.
This is why I believe it will be, though. Because the performance is going to go. He's not even going to do anything. He's going to give it the feel. This is how I think. I could be totally wrong, and I probably am going to be totally wrong. He's going to give the feel that, oh, I have slappers myself. I don't need his controversy just to have a good show. And it's funny you brought the scissor joint, because I like that joint.
Yeah.
Like, I be in the crib like,
You gotta
like,
stop.
have to move to that. Like, that's how I be too, or whatever. So I like that joint. I can see him opening with that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or maybe in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only 22, 23 minutes. And I think he's going to go through all that. We going to be like, those are the commercial hits. And I just think the crowd going to be clapping and stuff. And I just see him acting like it's over. And then all of a sudden, ding, 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 he just going to start crip walking. Boom, boom, boom. And it's over. That's how he going to end it. That's how he going to end it.
I ain't going to lie. I don't think so.
Okay.
But that shit will be fly if you do it like that. I ain't going to lie.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all right, y'all, we about to get out of here. Then, hold up, Kendrick. He start walking. And he brings Snoop and them out there. If you see Snoop hop on the stage, like, oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Drake might lose his mind.
What you think about Drake suing UMG? He's bugging.
This is what we see. I'm looking at the camera for this. This is what we talk about with you young dudes. Who is suing over a diss record? Hold on. No, let me correct. Because we just finished watching, not recently, Straight Outta Compton came out a few years ago. Remember the scene where they played No Vaseline?
Yes.
Jerry Heller, and I believe that to have been a true scene that happened, because they're not going to just say that for no reason. Jerry Heller is Jewish. He's not a rapper. He's like, oh, I'm going to call it JDL. I had to look all that up and everything, Jewish Department League and all that. But Eazy-E's character, Eazy-E, was like, yo, what are you talking about suing? It's just a diss record.
Yeah.
But for Drake and them to go to about defamation of character, that's the part that I was like, see, I thought you was corny before, but you're really proving me right now. Because this is not corny. This is not corny on the terms of he has idiosyncrasies. He's corny. No, this is sucker corny. This is sucker corny to me. Because when you say I'm suing I'm suing for defamation of character. It's a diss record. I'm supposed to.
But it's bigger than that, though. Because
because I don't know what
No. It's low integrity. Because he's basically suing them because they won't cheat for him. Because they won't cheat for him like they've done in the past. You see what I'm saying? So UMG is the label. You see what I'm saying? So they make you huge. They can take a single that just has motion and make it a crazy single. You see what I'm saying? So they have the power to put all of their resources behind his diss records. You know what I mean? So what he's alleging is they put all their power and resources behind Kendrick's They Not Like Us. You see what I'm saying? Which they can't prove. Even if they could, so what? Because you know that they do that for you and have done that for you. So essentially, it's the metaphor is
it's not fun when got the gun.
You were our hitman.
Go ahead.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, go ahead.
You were our hitman. We sent you out there to make all the hits, and we made you who you are. When the stuff hit the fan, you gonna take the stand. You are Sammy the Bull. You are Sammy the Bull. You can't tell on UMG like, yo, they be cheating when they stop cheating for you. When your reputation is on the line. When your career is on the line. He ain't had a slap since. You see what I'm saying? Like, your career is on the line and you are making it worse. And what he's alleging is they're doing that because he's up for renegotiation. He's saying that they are intentionally devaluing him so they don't have to pay him as much money.
And this is the crazy thing.
And they may be, but all right. So
this is the thing with Drake. He's the cat that you can't hate on or you can't criticize. You can't do anything because if you criticize, you're hating. If you're jealous and all this other stuff, it always gets thrown around. These words get thrown around for him as if there weren't other stars. And I'm not saying everybody was on the level of Drake in terms of their star. And I'm by no means saying he was, because he's not in my top 20 rappers of all time. He's just not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And but he's definitely in my top 10 of most successful. You know, like that. Those are two different lanes or whatever. But I look at him and I'm looking like, I'm not surprised because I kind of saw through you early with a lot of things. See, but the thing about it is success turns the people a blind eye. It's all cool. Like, I'm still on the, if you diss me, you won't ever hear what. Remember he was saying his whole thing was, you diss me, you'll never hear a reply.
Yeah.
You haven't stood next to that ever after a while. And then you start going on the radio with Angie Martinez. People know not to come at me. This is what I do. Oh, really? Because it looks like this is what he does as well. You see what I'm saying? Like that. And it's like he's always took. It's fun when he's the target because when he can lay behind, man, they just jealous. But it's not fun when you got to actually rap now because you're rapping against somebody that's got money too. Y'all might be in the same boat, literally financially, because Kendrick is up.
He up. He not up like Drake.
I think he 100 million in.
His last deal with UMG was 400.
Who? Drake's? Okay, maybe not. So what I'm saying is, but I think Kendrick is good. He's better than Meek. I'm not talking about.
Yes.
I'm not talking about. I'm saying money.
Meek got bread now outside of rap. Like but he was not at that time. Meek was nowhere near Drake.
Exactly.
Or Kendrick.
And Kendrick has. Well, this is what Kendrick has going for him. He's got the money going for him. He's got the actual albums that sold nice amount of records going for him. He has the streets going for him. Like, it's different ways to even the score. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's not always the money like that. The money can be the separation point, but not by so much. Because like we always say, like the Locks, they do a great job with showing that the Locks got people thinking they're broke. And we know them dudes, all three of them dudes are bona fide millionaires. Now, I'm not talking about to the level of Kendrick and Drake, but they're not a hit away from being homeless.
Yeah.
They're fine. That's my point. But the point is they get busy on the mic. So that's what they hang their hat on. We never knew what Drake hung his hat on. And Kendrick came with the energy of, I'm hanging my hat on, I do this.
Well, I don't even think it's about Kendrick. I really think it's about the negotiation. I think that in his brain, they cheated for him so they wouldn't have to pay me. You see what I'm saying? So they devalue. Now my value is down. You see what I'm saying? So now you messing with my money. Like I was going to try to get 800 mil. You see what I'm saying? Now my value is down because of this. And what I say is, well, you can't live by the gun and then when they turn it on you say, nah, that's cheating. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, if they made you this thing, then they can take it away. Or you can just go and get busy. Like, make a hit. Stop.
Because he did tell us it was easy to make hits.
Right. Stop the antics and just make hits. And I understand, like, yo, it's another label out there that you can sign to. You know what I mean? No, you're not going to 800 million. It's not going to happen no more. It's not. If you wanted to do that, you shouldn't have took the bait. You shouldn't have battled at all. But it was your ego. You know what I mean? Ego is the downfall of all of us. It's okay. You know what I mean? You're good. You just got off of the 400 mil. Get another one.
Speaking of egos, fine. Let's go Spitfire then. Another time in rap where you think ego got the best of them, where they probably should have ignored.
Oh, 100% Ja Rule.
This is why we're Kendrick.
100%.
Yeah, because I think I threw the alley oop. You had no choice but to go there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Ja Rule. I'm a Ja Rule fan. I like Ja Rule.
I'm not actually. He was all right, but all right.
But I mean fan. I like his music. I'm cool with it. See, but this is why I was cool with it. I never considered Ja Rule no super lyrical schmiracle.
Okay.
I just never did. I thought he put songs together good. Mm-hmm. He's never really made me. He's never made me do that.
Yeah.
Ever, not once. But I've tapped my feet. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I really tapped my feet when Bobby Brown and him did.
When he hopped up the helicopter, Hey yo.
The thing about that song, I was mad at him for that song. I'm gonna tell you why I was mad at him for that song.
Oh God.
For one, I'm a Stevie Wonder fan.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
That knocks me off my feet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that you're like that. That's my joint. Dealing with it. You don't love and love. But when I heard the melody at first, I was like, did they just remake?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
they
Knock
did.
you above feet? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And Bobby Brown is Bobby Brown. I can
Yes.
live with him. He's a vocalist. Prime Bobby Brown, I can live with it.
Yeah.
But then I think what really got me, and I know I'm all over the place, I can watch certain videos until they get to a certain point. And when you do certain things, it just sticks out me. When Ja Rule was when Bobby was on the phone and he was sliding across, doing a little dance thing, I couldn't get that image out my mind. And that song was forever hilarious.
It's too much, man.
You know another video that hit me with that?
What?
They call me Big LA.
Oh.
And he's playing the guitar. And and I'm an LL Cool J fan. I'm talking about since radio.
Yeah.
So I'm not, see these youngins, they're Paradise and all that other stuff. No, I'm talking my radio, believe me, I like it loud.
Yes.
We're from that.
Yeah.
We're with that LL Cool J before there was a Drake.
Yes.
But when he played that first off, they called me Big LA. I was like, now L, you have said some crazy things to start off a song.
Yeah.
But that kind of got me right there. I was like, okay, L, you wildin' with this one. Another video that kind of was a little fake cringeworthy. 50 Cent joints be 50 Cent joints or whatever. I used to think 50 Cent was the hottest, worst dressed rapper ever. This nigga would have on a do-rag, headband, and hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, everything you just G-Unit. Like, all type of everything. Like, he sold that brand.
Brandon.
Or whatever. Yeah. He was branded like an MF or whatever. He fell back into his lane. Jay-Z with Sunshine. That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible. And he knows it. He's like, that was a blip on what I was doing.
I think Jay-Z kind of underestimated Nas. His ego got the best of him. You know what I mean? I do. I think so. So in the same way that Drake underestimated Kendrick in making his diss and adding other people in it, Jay, you don't put Nas in there with Prodigy. Nas gets his own joint. You see what I'm saying? Like, Nas, stop.
Let's break that down.
Stop playing like
down.
Nas ain't Nas.
Break that down. I want you to go, because let me preface it for you. Break it down, because the casual fan believes Jay lost the battle because of Ether. I personally felt the battle was lost prior to Ether. Ether was just a home run to clear the bases, because they were already going back and forth. But the problem was, and you said it, and I was crazy because we never talked about that part, but for you to say it, I knew we would be on the same page. In real time, I was saying if Jay keeps throwing these one-liners at Nas, this is not going to end well for him. He can't, I'm like, you can't do that to Nas. Like, yo, J.O., you're not a felon, you're a misdemeanor. It's cute. For J.O. felony, get him out of there. I'm about $1. What the? It's 50 Cent. Cool. You throw these shots, Prodigy. Cool. You can't do that with Nas. And he kept doing it. And I knew it was going to start ending bad because every time Jay would send a one-liner or two-line bar at Nas was coming back with whole freestyles about you. Because to me, when it really started getting bad, and this is when I knew Nas was focused. His mother was just passed away, so he's already on war mode. This is when I knew Nas wasn't playing with nobody, and he wasn't ignoring nothing out of Rockefeller Camp. When Bleak did the whole, your lifestyle's written, who you supposed to be, play your position. And Nas first got at him on the Queensbridge album, and when he had all the Queensbridge dudes rhyming on that joint, the Bridge 2000 or whatever it was, and he was like, "Oh, you didn't. One of those life is written, the ice I'm living, the kites I'm sitting, the life is bidden. I touch you, I touched you and bust you. Heat be spinning, laser, AR, 15 doors come down. Your whole, your crew, your man, your boss get found." So I said, okay, that was real. He smoothed Bleak off. But this is when I knew he wasn't playing with him and he wanted to finish him for real. Because we can go through down the timeline. Bleak had definitely didn't say nothing back after this. After he did that, you would think Nas said it was over with Bleak. Let me turn my attention back to Jay. This dude, Nas, says, "I need an encore, y'all. Y'all should welcome me back. You want a ball till you fall? I can help you with that. You want beef? I can let a slug melt in your hat." I said, oh, he's not. He's really throwing the dirt on Bleak. And that's one of those, you a little dude. Don't come over here. Give the mic, give the phone to daddy. Now, I didn't call to talk to you. I came to talk to him. And what I think what really got Jay's attention, I think it all got Jay's attention because Jay is not oblivious to nothing. So I'm not bailing him out with that. When that dude Nas was like, rip the freeway, shoot through Memphis and Moneybag, stop in Philly, order cheesesteak and eat beans fast. When he just went at everybody on that whole freestyle, that Ace of the Izzo joint, Jay gotta respond now. And then he came out with the Takeover. What made Takeover dope was how he crafted it. Because it was one of those, this was Jay being like, all right, enough's enough. I got to stop playing. And he definitely went in. He knew it was more than one bar. He gave verses. He gave verses to Prodigy, verses to Nas, and everybody else. Now, other people like to say, yo, I didn't think Nas could come back. I never said that. I was like, we just got to wait. You just got to wait. And once Nas did the whole Ether thing, Jay is not going to bow out quietly. But the comebacks, see, this is for me. Cheating, shout out to my man Coke. Block Entertainment, DJ Envy, all of them. He had already told me, he said, yo, I know what Jay's going to rap about on the next joint. I was like, what is he going to talk about? He used to bone Nas's baby mother. Now, this was all hearsay. Now, I'm believing my guy because he's in those circles.
Yeah.
So when Super Ugly came out, and that was the big surprise that you slept with his baby mother, it took an L to me because I'm like, okay, the reason why it was a problem and whack to me is because I'm like, let me get this straight. So you're bragging on, not that people don't get in their feelings over their baby moms. What I'm saying though is you're a rich dude that boned another rich dude's wife or girl,
baby mom,
his baby mother. Yeah, she was tempted. They weren't even together. You used her for that, this, that, and the third, or whatever. They come to find out Allen Iverson boned it too.
Well, that's what got it for me.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good jab to say that you moaned his big mom. Cool. But why you gotta bring AI in it? You know what I mean?
AI got more in common.
It's like, that was bad. But that's part of the ego. It's like, oh, I'm just going to jump in this booth and just go. That is Nasir Jones. He didn't just jump in the booth and go at you. He waited and meticulously crafted ether.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, chill out. Get your thoughts together and get at him. I was disappointed because I'm a Jay-Z fan to the core.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That's
Me too.
Yes. But my thing is I'm a Jay-Z fan over Nas. You see, that's me. You see what I'm saying? I love Nas too, but I'm a Jay-Z like to this day. Like, you know what I mean? But that was an ego move. That was bad. Like, yo, you gotta. Some people you can't just treat like they everybody else. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you. And that was the point. Because I want you to get back, because I want you to break it down. This is the thing about Ether. He didn't start going at Jay until the third verse. See, if you just think, I didn't realize that to the second time I heard Ether. Because I was like, because the second verse, he was talking about the fans. I've been fucked over, left for dead, distant, forgotten, luck ran out. He hoped that I was going stiff and right, not just shit on me, piss on me, shit on my grave, talk about me, laugh behind my back, but in my face, shut him. Like, he's talking to the fans on that one. He didn't go at Jay until the third verse. He told you in the first verse where he was going with everything. But that goes to your point. Meticulously, because he was like, I'm not going to just be like rappity rap. And Nas is a rappity rap type dude.
Yes.
So it would have been easy for him to just rap. But he was like, nah, you can't just do it that way. Because when you exposing somebody or you feel you exposing them, you have to show the exposure is not a one thing. You have to show consistencies on how they are. And this is what made Kendrick's this with him.
And this is why I draw parallels. Because
all right.
Because a lot of people will say that rapping wise, Family Matters was Drake rapped better than Kendrick than Not Like Us. But Not Like Us was put together like Ether in a way that it was very methodical. It had the funny bars. It had the all of this stuff in it, that the cheesy bars, just like Nas with the big lips, Camel, all the stuff, whiskers.
Like yep,
you know what I mean? Like it had all of the elements in it. You know what I mean? To make for a good diss track. Not a great rabbity rap song, but a good diss track. It had comedy in it, cheesiness, and it had some, some heartfelt like stuff in it. You see what I'm saying? And that was what I mean by putting it together. You know what I mean? And in Drake's diss, much like Jay's, some of Drake's best bars was not even about Kendrick. You see what I'm saying? So it loses its luster. Who cares about them? This is Kendrick Lamar. It's not a 20v1. We don't care about all the other ones. We want to see, just for the last 15 years, what we wanted to see, Drake versus Kendrick. And you talking about A$AP Rocky, Rick Ross, The Weeknd, Metro Boomin. Like, nobody cares about none of them right now. We care about this. Meanwhile, Kendrick is making songs directly towards you. You did all that good rapping and rabbity rap shit, and 10 minutes later, he said, "Dear Adonis." Bro, that's crazy. That, like, yo, I don't care about who rapping. That is your son, bro.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you how I might lose my mind during this performance. If I see Pusha T on that stage,
oh, that'd be crazy.
Dapping up, and Pusha T just being like whatever. He pull out Pusha T, pause, bring Pusha T out, bring out. Now Meek wouldn't get on stage. I don't know. Meek might. Philly's there. He's going to be there. He's going to be.
I just don't see it happening. This is not Drake's moment. This is Kendrick's moment. He's absolutely going to do Not Like Us, and it's absolutely going to be a moment. But Kendrick is going to do his catalog, his big records, all the ones that the white people know, because it's the Super Bowl.
You don't think Whitey knows? Boom, boom, boom. You gotta pop out and show like this. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, I do, but I don't think that they know all the ins and outs of the beef and everything. I don't think that they care about Pusha T like that, like we do. You know what I mean?
Thing. They clearly still not gonna know the ins and outs. But that song has to get performed.
It will. 100%.
All right, it has to get
will
performed.
be performed.
Like
it
that,
will.
that's the. I've been hearing the beat in the background when this when they be showing them.
Yeah.
I'm looking like DJ Mustard. He's in cloud nine.
Yeah,
he's in cloud nine. He's looking like go ahead or whatever. But unless Jay Prince come out of nowhere like, see Kendrick, that's the problem with you. We done told you don't do that damn song.
But that's the difference. But that's the difference though. Kendrick got a Jay Prince. You see what I'm saying? Like he got a whole city, a whole coast. You see what I'm saying? So it's not, the culture is very much different. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, yo, listen, after Drake did all the stuff he did, I listened to Euphoria the other day. Euphoria sounds a lot different. It's a lot of foreshadowing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Now I know exactly what he's talking about when he said those superpowers get neutralized. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a little, it hits a little bit different.
Well, all I'm telling you is on the end of Ocean's View, have my money in dimes. And I'm not talking slang. I don't want it traced. But it's another episode of Ocean's View. Ocean's View. Ocean. It's Willie Negro. Peace.
Peace.